bleeding my soul.
it's really hard for him to get out without the defense matrix.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild to see how Hellmarch responds to this change coming from Katzenjammers, as they do need to be aware of XL, as he seems to get very fast early value, and we're already seeing he's rotating on a very aggressive flank, and he's probably looking for a kill. We're going to see the McCree on the side of Hellmarch looking for the Doomfist. Not gonna quite find him. Never mind, he's going to pick up 2 in the process, make it 3 as Beatrice helps him out. And now it's already a rough fight for Katzenjammers, as they're just gonna need to make a hasty escape.
After some crazy shots there on the Masters, Masters had no chance there. And Kent Large, and we see him just going in, but he doesn't have a Zarya bubble to really work with there. So he's a very vulnerable in that position. And it's a really hard first fight for them. And with XL taking these positions on the Junkrat, it's going to be super difficult for them to actually get him out. An early bubble coming out is not going to look too good for them. Just taking more time. Can they take this high ground, though? If they can, this could actually work out for them.
XL's already on the flank. This is wild. He's going to pick up Jazzy. Like, that's already your main support out of the game, and XL is just getting all of this value. He takes out the main support and main tank, and if you're Katzenjammers, you don't know what to do.
You'd think after the second or third time they'd expect XL, and I think even Kirsch saw him on the flank, but wasn't able to actually fully react to it. Probably just his mind could not comprehend what was actually going on. XL adding another corn here.
He's
he has
already ready.
Right over the wall. He could use this and possibly get another 4K at this rate.
Here comes the turn, picks up 3. No. XL is absolutely playing out of his mind today, but 3 isn't enough. He's going to look for 4, not going to quite find it, but it doesn't matter.
You'd think it is predictable, but it is not for the side of Katzenjammer. Hopefully they can get some of this momentum going. They do have the nano boost to be applied to the Rhine, and do have Doomfist ult. Asia actually getting a super early kill on a Jassy, and they're gonna be pushing over here on XL, maybe being able to pick him out. XL falling so low, but nobody's able to capitalize on it once again.
Lord's looking for a good pick, tries to get the Baptiste in the air, not gonna find it, instead gets met with a concussion mine that ends his life early. Now it's gonna be rough. 5 going into 6 for Katzenjammers. Are they even going to want to push into this fight? Their main tank already losing so much health, and now with the beat coming out of Hellmarch, it's even more reason to not move in, but they have to if they want to keep this fight alive.
And yeah, now, it's looking super dire for the side of Katzenjammer. They do have a beat going into this, but they won't even be able to really touch here. Only having the Tracer and the Reaper on point. Reaper's going to be dying away. Ghost Rider goes down, and Kent Large just trying to see what he can do. But XL is going to take him out in just that last second. Can't anybody else touch? Vitreous coming onto the point super late. Getting trapped, though. So unfortunate for him. And nothing working out for them. Lucio might be able to touch on the side of Masters, but no. And that's going to be it for this. Super quick game on Oasis.
I don't know if you saw, but in that last fight, we saw the Rhine Shatter coming out of the side of Katzenjammers, but it was immediately canceled because XL was actually able to take him out of it. We see the Ana in the plate get taken out. We see such a big play come out of XL, right? Katzenjammers had the Shatter. They were in the middle of using it, but he was just able to spot who the main target was so quickly and melt the main tank before the Shatter was able to come out. And I think that's ultimately what set up that last fight for Hellmarch.
Yeah, Hellmarch, even on that dive comp, played so well just to really push their advantages and make sure that Katzenjammer didn't have a chance to get any advantages of their own. And like you said, XL just popping off over and over again, but Katzenjammer really have to rely more on a dive to actually take him out, it feels like, but they're not so coordinated for it.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild to think about.
Looks like we're going to be to break in a second.
All right, yes, it looks like we're going to be taking a break. But what an intense first match.
Yeah, super quick start on Oasis. Hopefully you can find some better fights whenever you're playing on the more open maps, such as having, I mean, I don't even know. I don't know if it is possible. Maybe if you go more towards some double shield comps, even then XL does have the advantage of just getting insane shield break, and he can push in those flanks, especially with another DPS player with him. And if you see a mercy boost come out onto him, he's going to be unstoppable, it feels like.
Yeah, overall, it's looking to be an exciting match. If you're Hellmarch, you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
Indeed.
You've got a good first map coming in. Oasis, you pretty much stole it. It was free real estate for you. But if you're Katzenjammers, you're probably just sitting here wondering, how do you take care of this? How do you take care of this Junkrat? XL already playing out of his mind, his reputation just preceding him up to this match.
Yeah, and hopefully they can take that further into this game. But it looks like we're going to be going to a break. So stick with us, guys, and we will be right back with Rialto.
Alrighty, we are back with our second map of our Hellmarch Katzenjammers pseudo grudge match from OWICC 2, and it was a very clean performance out of the side of Hellmarch. So, what do you think we're looking for out of Katzenjammers coming into Rialto here?
Well, if we're looking for Katzenjammer to just slow it down a bit and hopefully play to the advantage of their comps, it felt like in that last map, especially on that city center, that they were a little bit divided in what they actually wanted to accomplish and whether they wanted to go into a more rush comp or whether they wanted to slow it down overall. So we're looking for them to just make their decision and to just go with it at this rate.
Yeah, I can understand some difficulties that they might be having because you never expect the flank Junkrat, as we saw back on Oasis, but I do agree that they should play it a lot slower. They need to be more on the lookout for XL. They need to take more time to look for him and make sure that he's not going to get that early edge that he's been getting in these past couple fights.
And hopefully, going into a map like Rialto, there is a lot of corners for that Junkrat to play around and a lot of flank positions. You see, especially on first point, you have that building to go through, as well as near the end of first point, you also have another building to just go on the side track. So hopefully, they can just look out for it and just keep somebody watching it. Especially, I'm looking at Curse just to be able to shut those down for the most part so that his DPS can take those offings for themselves and make use of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting, like you said, because with Rialto's corners, this could either be they could either have a perfect read on XL and where he might be, or if Katzenjammers isn't careful, we could see another map where XL just has an absolute field day with the flank rat tactics.
I really want to see a more competitive map out of Katzenjammer, so hopefully we can get that here. I'm wondering what comp they'll play. I was talking a lot about the double shield, but I'm not really sure if that's within Vitreous and Kirsch's wheelhouse, because I know that they are able to play the BAP Lucio and play the BAP just in general, but I'm not sure about the BAP Zed also for the supports.
And we see a beautiful view of Rialto's rivers from what seems to be the back of a boat.
The very scenic route.
Yes.
We don't have to pay for that
Very,
one at least. It's a
the
free
calm before the storm. And now we see both teams. We do see Hellmarch opting for the Widow. Not a very uncommon pick for Rialto. But this angle, however, very uncommon if they choose to stick with it.
If Ghost Rider just accidentally boops him while he's in the middle of that grapple, that could be just so sad for him. But look at the comp again from Katzenjammer. They're playing, actually, I think Curse switched roles, it feels like, for it with
Looks like
Vitreous.
we're gonna see an almost mirror.
I think their tanks just switched roles in the middle of this match. Interesting.
And now we're gonna see the Widow matchup. Noragami going to take the first shot. Immediate pick onto Kent Large. And now he's looking for Jazzy. Is he gonna find him? Yes, he is. And Noragami just playing out of his mind, already getting 2 picks right off the bat. But Ghost Rider is going to pick up XL. Noragami, another kill onto Kent Large.
Noragami has, he's been playing a lot of Kovacs lately, and it's paying off for him. Even with that Mercy on the Masters, he does not have that old Valkyrie. He can't res all 3 of those people going into that fight. Ghost Rider is actually able to pick Noragami, and look at Kent Large just going super aggressive, trying to put some pressure on, but these tanks just have nowhere to go, and they're just sitting on cart because of this.
Now, this is a lot more competitive coming out of Katzenjammers. We're going to see trades coming back and forth. The cart not seeming to move either which way. Shatter is going to come out of Agent X. It's looking like it's not going to get any value. Kent Large is going to pick up Apt. But it's looking like it's not going to be enough to push Katzenjammers forward as Dopamine does get another pick onto Kirsch.
And look at the
And it's
time.
just a trade.
1 minute and 15 seconds off of the clock. Noragami with another 2 picks. What a shot to Vitreous, even with that tiny little hitbox. But how much time are they buying here? And just with this fact, they can get 2 other fights on first point if they so choose to, especially with that Lucio speed boost. But the tanks of Katzenjammer just have nowhere to go within these fights.
What is Noragami planning? Is he gonna
Killing himself.
Is he gonna get it? Oh, he's gonna take the pot shot, but he's gonna miss it. That would have been brutal for Katzenjammers if he landed that.
Yeah, the Doom going out, and Noragami is picked off by Kent Large. Can he get back to his team? Luckily, he can. But this might be the opening for them that they finally need. Nano coming out in the curse.
Coming out of Ghost Rider. Gonna get saved out by the lamp, though. Noragami does have the sights, and now XL returns with a tire, picks up 2 instead, and that might be exactly what Hellmarch needed to get this small amount of push that Katzenjammers had put to a grinding halt. Agent X coming out with the Shatter, gonna help his team pick up dopamine, and now it's just a matter of time, a matter of cleanup for Hellmarch. Can Katzenjammers get any contention to this point? It's not looking like it.
This is looking so sad for Katzenjammer. Kent Large is in here. I don't know if he'll be able to get out. He is able to get out. But these tanks just need to be lined up. Agent X taking Kent Large, so he isn't able to get out in the end. Look at this high ground positioning, too. If they can just take all these angles. Huge bomb coming out to this. Might be able to buy some space. No, and it's not able to do anything. Dopamine does get slept up, so maybe this is able to be a push for them.
Noragami gonna find Ghost Rider. Very impressive pick on the flank. Probably looking for the Mercy as well, and he finds it onto Masters. And now, it's both DPS chasing down Noragami. They're going to take him out. But as they do that, half the members of Katzenjammers fall in the process. So it almost doesn't matter.
Oh, and XL just getting another kill on Kent Large. Kent Large is having no fun here. He's only been able to get 1 kill in these fights, but every single time he's traded out, which is actually better for the attacking team, but his team just isn't able to capitalize on it. We do see a Nano up, and we have the Primal up as well, so maybe they'll be able to put that on the Kirsch, and he'll be able to buy some space for his team. But just going straight into the front lines, he's just trying to boot back the opposing team, but Noragami gets another pick again!
Oh, this man is playing out of his mind today. I can't even say he's putting Hellmarch on his back, because all of Hellmarch is just playing clean. We're going to see trades come out of both sides as Masters does pick up Apt. And now we're finally seeing progress come out of Katzenjammers as they are able to push Hellmarch back. Main tank on the side of Hellmarch getting absolutely pressure. Takes up, but XL answers with 3. And that's just another grinding halt for Katzenjammers.
Cannot keep on getting away with this. Just the final kills coming out here. Only Vitreous on the point. He does get taken out. That's so sad for them. They barely get anywhere through first point, and the only reason that happened is because Apt didn't get that beat off. But if he would have gotten that beat off, they wouldn't have gotten anywhere. And that card distance is looking minuscule for Hellmarch 3.
It's just a massive power play out of Hellmarch's DPS. If it's not Noragami landing headshot after headshot, it's XL coming out with these massive tires.
There's just pick after pick, but no pressure is being applied to them. Vitreous and Kirsch is playing a little bit of frontlining, but they're not actually taking any of those angles off of the high ground, and it's up to Vitreous to just try and apply some pressure to this Widow to make sure that he doesn't have time to get those picks, even though Noragami will probably hit the shots anyways if he's running away from somebody. Yeah, he is a man on the prowl.
And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to think about, because whenever Kent Large goes for dives onto Noragami, sometimes he'll get them, but sometimes he immediately gets found out by XL. So it's this weird symbiotic relationship between the Junkrat and the Widow that it's something you don't usually see. But in the case of Hellmarch, it's working, and it's working great.
I think Kent Large is saying to his team over and over again, guys, this is the big player. We need help. I need help. This Rider
guys, he's a problem. We have to get rid of him. But we are going to see the Pharmacy come out of Kent Large. And
yeah, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He was hoping to just take away any angles from Noragami, but he wasn't able to do anything to him and gets instantly taken out. So it's unfortunate for him. I think we do see a little bit of AFK coming from Ghost Rider, maybe some connection issues, so we're going to be taking a pause for that.
Yeah, we see a pause in the feed already, though. Noragami, how long is this? How long has this round been going on? 3 seconds? 5 seconds? Noragami already took out the Pharmacy. This man's nuts.
Yeah, maybe Kent Large thought that there was some sort of window of opening for him if he was just able to play above Noragami and make it more difficult for those shots. But Noragami doesn't care how difficult it is. He will hit them time and time again.
Yeah, I can already hear Kent Large's H key being pressed. And now XL also going to take out a couple of himself, but it's Agent X who does get 2.
Can they
And
even contest though at this rate? I mean, you barely have any time. You don't have a Lucio on the
now,
side.
yeah, now you just have half of Hellmarch in your face, while the rest of them are just pushing towards victory. Kenlarge is going to take out XL, but it's not going to matter, as we are going to see Hellmarch taking our next map.
This is looking like a speed run of a game at this rate. It is difficult for Katzenjammer to get any sort of foothold. And we're
No
seeing
surprise
XL just
here.
coming out that play of the game.
XL
He's
with the
gotten them
play.
time
Here
and time
it is.
again, it looks like. The 3-man tire, just off of
There
the
it
high
is.
ground. Nobody hears it. Nobody's looking.
The flank rat, the flank rat's strong with this man. 5 Riptire kills.
What can you do? What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? I mean, you can try to get the Kree to maybe stun the flanks, but how do you deal with a Junkrat of this caliber? You try the Pharah to deal with him, but then the Widow just takes you out.
Well, it doesn't look like they're really evolving their strategy at all. They're trying to just go with what they thought might have worked or what they're most confident in with the rush comp. But if it is broke, you gotta fix it.
Yeah, and I'm almost thinking the way that Hellmarch is playing these heroes is you will almost need a counter to both DPSs. And the fact that what I'm noticing is they just kind of play around XL. And whenever something counters XL, they have their DPS, their tanks, their supports, etc. switch to something that counters XL's counter, just absolutely enabling this man to pop off.
XL just taking matters in his own hands. And when he doesn't have it, like you said, Noragami just takes it into his own hands. And time again, they're just showing that they are a little bit better when it comes to Overwatch.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the next map up be Blizzard World. Hopefully Katzenjammers has better luck on the theme park, but with the way Hellmarch is playing, and we might see better luck, especially on defense. Flanking a little bit more difficult on that first hold point for Blizzard World. You kind of have to make your way to the point if they're holding it. So it might be less opportunity for XL to flank, but if they enter the point towards second, or if they enter the phase towards second point, XL will have a lot more advantages to work out.
It will be going into Blizzard World. This is going to be an interesting map. We're seeing a little bit of a switch up finally from Vitreous and Kurge playing the double shield comp, so hopefully this works out a little bit better for them, especially going against a possible poke comp coming out from Hellmarch, but I'm not sure.
Ooh.
We haven't seen it out from them yet.
We're gonna see the Genji come out of Noragami. A really unusual pick, but one that I am not opposed to.
But a very strange comp coming out from Hellmarch. Playing a Sigma Diva, it's not something that you see often, and the Ana Zen just looks like there's a lot of wrong synergies, or synergies have gone wrong.
Yeah, and it's looking like Katzenjammers, or not Katzenjammers, it's looking like Hellmarch is opting to hold this high ground. Katzenjammers trying to make their way up, but they lose 3, make it 5. On their way up, they didn't even make it to the top.
Yeah, that's not the pathing you want to take. You do not want to be locked into a closed room with XL's Junkrat. XL, only 50% up to this Riptire, so at least it didn't give him that much ult charge and it's more spread across the team, but it's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, there's just so many dangerous DPS ults for the side of Hellmarch. You have XL's tires, which have proven to be absolutely deadly on their own, but now we also see the Noragami who could use the Nano Blade, and now all the members of Katzenjammers already low. We are going to see a trade come out miraculously, but it's not going to matter. XL is going to do what XL does best, and that's getting kills as Junkrat.
You need to set up somebody on this flank, maybe looking to get a Tracer from Kent or Ghost just to go in the flank and be able to take at least some of the focus away from their team, because at this rate, they haven't been able to move together, and it seems like they're a little bit discombobulated, maybe giving into the pressure of the momentum that's been building from Hellmarch. They're going to have to dive, so maybe that'll...
He's already ready. He's already ready with the tire. He's on the flank. Here it comes.
Nobody sees
him. They don't even see him. He's gonna... It's not gonna find anything, though. Kirsch looking like he's gonna eat the entirety of that tire, but they don't even need the tire, as they're going to take out 2 anyways. Both DPSs picking 1 each.
Excel is the frontliner for his team now. He is the main tank in this situation. It is crazy that he keeps on getting it over with it again, over and over again. He's getting away with it. Just Katzenjammer not taking their corners, and so much poke coming out. Ghost Rider and Vitreous going so low. Masters is trying to keep up, but this is just a lot to ask of him. He's like a stay-at-home mom with 8 children.
Yeah, now we see the Nano Blade ready for the side of Hellmarch. Are they going to use it? This could be a good opportunity. They do lose XL. I think this is good territory. Here it is. Nano Blade comes out, picks up Jazzy. Can he go for 2? Make it 2. Make it almost 3 as he's going to pick up the Baptiste as well. And make it 4 as he picks up the Diva. Can he get the Hanzo as well? Make it 5. Does pick out the Hanzo with the help of Beatrice, and Noragami cracked on the Genji where XL can't perform. Noragami takes the absolute banner.
I'm not sure if Katzenjammer has gotten a little bit of payment here. And look at this blade coming out. They have nothing to work against it. No beat. There's a lamp coming out, but it can only last so long against that. Hopefully that is a reset for them, getting that ult out and that huge combo. But look at this. I mean, they even have a Sigma Flux, and they have a Zenyatta ult going. This lamp comes out super early.
All the members already low. They lose 2 right off the bat. Make it 3 and 4, and now there's just no answer to this absolute mystery of a comp that Hellmarch is coming out with. I've never seen this combination of heroes run, but Hellmarch is just making it work, and I'm all here for it.
Masters is really relying on that window. XL does have another tire here, and he's hiding in the same place. Hopefully they can check it this time.
Hopefully they see him. Nothing! The monkey turns a blind eye!
He misses it once again. Vitreous goes low, but the lamp is forced out, so they can just stay here and keep their positioning, and Ken Large gets a pick on XL at least.
That's big. They get Kent Large out, but they need to follow up on it. Are they able to do so?
Nobody can
Members getting low. Bomb comes out of Beatrice, picks up Ghost Rider, but it's gonna be a full hold as Katzenjammers can't even touch the point.
It feels like Katzenjammer has gotten a little money slid across the table because they are building up a highlight reel for Hellmarch's DPS line at this rate.
What a wild play out of both of Hellmarch's DPS today. Me, being a fan of the Genji myself, loves to see the plays like that. And you have both Noragami and XL just showing up today. And if you're Katzenjammers, what do? They seem to be able to play almost... No, you have Noragami, who seems to be able to play almost any hero in the book. You have XL, who plays just the Junkrat, but it's all he needs.
Listen, Brisk, I'll tell you what you do. You switch to ball. You go ball, you pressure point and make their team get separated, and then you crumble on the team that's on the high ground, you boop them off of there, and buy space for your team. They're just running their heads into a brick wall at this rate with this tank line and trying to force something that doesn't work. This is a round hole, and they're putting in a square peg into it, and it's not going to go.
Noragami just cycling through DPSs, just picking out what he wants to use, and it looks like he's opting for the Creed. No surprise, XL running the Junkrat. Here we see the Junkrat Genji combo again. Is it going to see the same success on attack now that XL doesn't have those flank angles?
Okay, Hellmarch are just playing games here. Look at the comp that they're on. This comp has no synergy at all. But they are just saying, we don't need to play something right. We just need to play well. Anything that we play will work against y'all.
And now Agent X looking for a flank hook. Not going to find it. Vitreous is going to pick out XL. That could be huge for Katzenjammer's hold. But is Noragami going to be able to pop off when XL can't? Agent X, though, now taking the cake, going to find 2. Can he make it 3 on this Orisa? Beatrice gonna help him out to pick it out. And now we're going to see a very, very fast stomp coming out of Hellmarch. And that is going to be our match, going 3-0 to Hellmarch.
That's sad. It's very sad. Agent X just saying, I don't need the DPS to pop up. I have my own things to do. But it's just a little... I mean, it's a little bit of desperation. for Katzen's Arch.
Those Junkrat tires coming out of XL, they may not have found any value on Blizzard World, right? But if just looking back at it, they had no clue he was there. The monkey was within like hugging distance of XL. Like if I was playing Junkrat, I would be scared out of my mind. But the absolute bravery, the boldness of XL in that flank spot it gets me.
It gets me that he tried it. He did it twice, and it worked each time. I mean, if you're playing against XL, you've got to say, okay, we've seen it once, we've seen it twice, we'll expect it again. And if I were the team of Katzenjammer, I would be sliding my mouse in 360s, constantly looking around and checking my corners.
Yeah, especially Blizzard World. It's it's one of those situations where if you had a nickel for it, you'd have two nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's the fact that you have two. And if we have to pick our MVP, I think it's got to be XL. It's a close tie between Noragami and XL, but I think XL just takes it a little bit more with these Junkrat plays.
Yeah, Noragami, maybe if he was playing that Widow to begin with or playing a McCree, or playing a Cassidy, we might see a little more plays coming out from him on Oasis. And he just didn't have enough time to prove his name because of the speed run that Hell March 3 was going through with this match.
Yeah, I think MVP of this match goes to XL. Noragami, close second, though. Just both DPS on the side of Hell March, absolutely playing out of their minds today.
Hopefully, we can see Katzenjammer just getting a little bit more space to work with in these next games, but it is looking a little bit desperate for them.
Yeah, especially now that they're facing elimination. But if you're Hellmarch, you're sitting pretty, you're looking comfortable. You now have a clear shot at potentially standing at number 1. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see this walking highlight reel of a team going forward through OWICC Season 6.
Hopefully, we can see it continuing for them. And it is a great match from them, or a great showing. Hopefully, we can keep on seeing the DPS line going on moving forward, but Katzenjammer are just going to have to go back to the workshop and figure out what can go right for them.
Yeah, and with that quick match, I think that will do it for us for tonight. So, for those of you at home, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next week.